Hi, I'm Cassie, and I'm going to walk you through question 26 of the AAMC's official physics question pack. So this is a continuation of passage 4 and specifically a focus on the photoelectric effect. So go ahead and review question 25 if you haven't already to make sure you understand the photoelectric effect. But in terms of this question, what are we talking about? Well, we have our cathode and our anode, right? And the question is, if we have more photons hitting this metal cathode with energy that's above its work function, above the amount of energy needed to eject electrons from that metal, will it increase the number of electrons ejected? Well, here's our equation for our photoelectric effect. This is saying that when light hits a metal, for it to eject an electron that has a little bit of kinetic energy, that photon in the light that hits the metal has to have an energy. So this is, remember, is our energy of our photon that's greater than the work function of the metal, which is a physical property, right, of the metal. If not, so let's say that we have a photon here, and I'm going to call this P1. And we're going to say photon 1 has an energy of electron volts of 4. And let's say that the work function of metal for the cathode is 5. If our photon 1 has an energy of 4 eV, but we need 5 eV to overcome the work function of that metal, well, we don't have enough energy, right? We have a negative quantity here. So no electrons are going to get ejected from that metal. So photon 1 is unhappy here, right? He wasn't able to eject any electrons from our metal. But let's say now we go ahead and we have photon 2. And photon 2 hits our metal and it has an EV of 6. So it has 6 electron volts of energy. Well, all of a sudden, if we take this same equation, right? So now we have a photon with 6 electron volts of energy, which is greater than the metal's work function of 5 electron volts of energy. So now we go ahead and eject an electron from that metal. That's going to have a little bit of kinetic energy to start. It's going to have, that 1 electron volt that was left over is going to turn into kinetic energy that propels that electron towards the anode. So the more photons we get that, like photon 2 here that we pictured, have a amount of energy that is greater than the work function, the more electrons are going to get ejected. So the answer here is going to be that the number of electrons ejected increases in that case. That's answer choice A for me. Your takeaway from this question here, I'm going to put this in red in a box here, which is just that there's a direct relationship between the number of photons that hit a metal with an energy greater than the work function and the number of electrons that are going to get ejected from that metal. So this is a direct relationship. If you increase one, you increase the other. If you decrease one, you decrease the other. So I hope this helps. Give it a like if it did, and subscribe to follow my channel for more content like this.